Right now, News 12 New Jersey, an evening swim at the beach turning tragic for one Trenton area family. Now Seaside Heights officials are pushing for changes to prevent more heartache. New tonight, we're hearing the dramatic 911 calls made during last month's lightning strike that killed a man and injured many others in Ocean County.
14 people are injured when a New Jersey Transit bus runs into a PSE&G utility truck. I'm Chris Keating in Newark. Details on what happened straight ahead.
We thank you for joining us. I'm Eric Lanskroner. Let's get started with the drowning of one person, the dramatic water rescue of several others at Seaside Heights Beach in Ocean County. Crews got the call from multiple swimmers in distress last night just before 7. Now, we have since learned the victim that died was a 31-year-old man from Trenton. 4 others were rescued. News 12 New Jersey's Jim Murdoch spoke to officials about some major changes coming to the beach after this tragic incident.
911, see address the emergency.
Yeah, we're at Seaside. There's some kids stuck way out in the water.
Boardwalk units are going on to Webster and Beach. Reports of another water rescue going on. County, it's going to be 5 people in the water right now. Webster Beach.
County updating you 4 out of 5 on shore now. Sorry, we're getting CPR going.
A family of 5 from Trenton went into the ocean Monday after hours, but only 4 survived. A 31-year-old man died at the hospital after crews tried saving him.
And unfortunately, you saw it last night with a poor kid that, with his wife on the beach watching him drown.
In response, beaches will close on rough days between 5 and 6 p.m. and at 7 p.m. on calm days.
I'm sorry, but I'd rather have you mad at us for closing the beach at 7 o'clock than having someone die.
It was horrible to watch.
Eileen Russo, vacationing from Wanacue, witnessed the rescue unfold on Webster Avenue and agrees with the mayor's decision.
Every summer there's more than one tragedy down here, and it has to end.
Her 20-year-old son Robert also agrees.
Ever since I was a toddler, she always told me about how dangerous rip currents could be, and in seconds you could be out at sea.
I don't care who gets mad at me of closing the beach. If it's endangerment, I hate to say this, sue me.
The mayor and police chief both tell me in many of these instances there is a language barrier. So the signs you see warning about the dangers of swimming without lifeguards will be reprinted over the next several weeks and placed in Spanish in addition to the English ones at all the entrances by the boardwalk. We are in Seaside Heights, Ocean County. Jim Murdoch, News 12, New Jersey.
All right, Jim, thank you. Evening beach closure times will be decided on a day-to-day basis with input from the chief, lifeguard, public safety officials, and the mayor. And we have new information tonight in the deadly lightning strike that killed a man and injured many others last month in Jackson Township. Police have released the 911 calls made that day, moments after the strike. News 12 New Jersey Sarah Good walks us through those calls. Sarah?
That's right. Today we have new audio from the Jackson Township Police, the 911 call on the night of July 16th. Now, there are dramatic moments being played out. You can hear with the dispatcher. 1 person died, 14 were injured when the lightning struck this archery club. Take a listen to the audio.
All right, sir, how many people are doing CPR?
1 in progress as far as I know. There's a bunch of kids screaming here. My son got struck.
Okay,
came off a tree.
Okay, hold on. 1 CPR.
Yeah, 1 in CPR in progress. 3 people down right now.
Okay, but are they breathing?
He's not breathing. No, 1's not breathing.
Multiple emergency calls were made after the lightning struck at the Black Knights Bow Binders Range. It was right before 7:15 p.m. at the time. Members of Cub Scout Jackson Troop 204 were being coached. 61-year-old Robert Montgomery died. According to the Bowbenders, he was doing what he loved most, enjoying archery, coaching the young group. 14 others, including children as young as 7, were also injured. Injuries range from burns to general pain and discomfort. 1 victim was taken to a burn center for treatment. Now, police said the lightning strike occurred as storms moved through the area. In Jackson Township, I'm Sarah Good, News 12 New Jersey.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Of course, situations like those, tragedies like those, why you have to be mindful, of course, during the weather of the weather conditions. We've seen so many storms this summer season already.
We have. Luckily, this month we've been, kind of devoid of anything. Temperatures have been below average. We haven't had much in the way of storminess. Yeah. That changes for tomorrow afternoon. Now, I don't think that we're going to be looking at severe thunderstorms, but we could be looking at thunderstorms capable of producing lightning, and that would be something that you would need to keep an eye out for. We were dealing with mainly sunny skies with daytime high temperatures today making it into the lower 90s. This is the third day in a row where temperatures have made it to 90 or better. The humidity levels making it feel a lot hotter out there. So this is our 6th heat wave so far this summer season. 91 in Morristown, 93 up towards the Andover area. It feels like 91 right now in Trenton. Feels like 93 over towards Newark Liberty. Bridgewater's about 97. Felt like 101 there about 2 hours ago. Now we have another day where temperatures are going to be at about 90 or 91. We could be looking at a heat index that will feel more like 96, 97, 98 for tomorrow afternoon. For tonight, we're looking for a partly cloudy sky. Areas of patchy fog will be developing. That south-southwesterly wind continuing to pump in the warmth and the humidity, and it's going to stay on the hot side as we roll through the remainder of the week. We'll have more details on that, and plus give you an update on the tropics that are beginning to heat up as well. Eric, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot. There's an investigation underway into how a New Jersey transit bus crashed into a PSE&G utility truck in Newark this morning. 14 people were hurt. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating has more from the scene of the accident along 15th Avenue.
This crash was at the intersection of 15th Avenue and Bedford Street in Newark. The New Jersey Transit bus was driving along 15th Avenue at 10:46 this morning when it ran into the side of a utility truck with PSE&G. That truck was pushed onto its side and up on the sidewalk.
It just held boom like an earthquake, and I came outside.
This is wild.
A couple people coming off the bus, shaking up, some kids crying on the bus. About like 6 ambulances out here. It was like crazy.
In all, 12 passengers on board the bus were injured, along with the driver of the bus and the truck. All were eventually taken away to nearby University Hospital. This woman saw the injured getting off the bus and resting along the sidewalk.
Most of them had nosebleed. One lady had her feet was bleeding. So most of them is facial.
While the circumstances of this accident are worked out by police, one witness tells us that the PSE&G truck was stationary and working at the intersection. He also adds that the NJ Transit bus may have been swerving out of the way of an oncoming car when the crash happened. The truck took out a utility pole which knocked out power to the surrounding neighborhood, including a senior residence, nearby apartments, and 2 traffic lights. Once the accident is cleared from the street, PSE&G will be able to replace the pole and downed wires. In Newark, I'm Chris Keating, News 12 New Jersey.
All right, Chris, thanks. New developments tonight, rather. 2 people wanted in connection to a fatal crash in Middlesex County have been extradited back to New Jersey. This is video of 42-year-old Vilma Venesta and her son Avi Limani being escorted off a plane from Miami a few days ago. Limani is accused of racing another car in the Garden State Parkway 2 weeks ago. Prosecutors say he crashed into 2 other cars. 2 people were ejected and 1 later died. Police say that he left the scene of the accident and then traveled to Miami, attempting to leave the country. Limani's now facing manslaughter and homicide charges. As for his mother, she's charged with 3rd-degree hindering for trying to help him get away. The driver of the other car involved, a man from Perth Amboy, is charged with 2nd-degree vehicular homicide. We have new information tonight in the murder back in 2023 of Sayreville Councilwoman Eunice Jumfor. The man convicted in her death, Rashid Bynum, is set to be sentenced next Monday. Earlier this year, a jury found Bynum guilty on a list of charges, including 1st-degree murder. He faces the possibility of life in prison. Newark police need your help identifying the people you see right here on your screen. They're accused of breaking into a business on Halsey Street. Happened Monday morning just before 4. The owner saying the suspects entered his store from the back entrance, opened a glass case, swiped designer belts, watches, and hats, all valued at $3,500. Anyone with information is asked to contact Newark police. And we're also learning the identity of the woman who was hit and killed by a New Jersey Transit train. Hackensack police say that she was 79-year-old Luz Lopez. They say that the Pascagoula Valley train had just pulled into the Essex Street station just before 10 a.m., hitting Lopez. No one else was hurt. West Milford police asking for your help to find the woman on your screen. Her name is Francesca Carrozza. The 34-year-old was last seen Thursday leaving Frank's Pizza on Berkshire Valley Road in Jefferson. Police say that she does have a history of mental illness and currently is not taking medicine. If you do recognize her, please contact police immediately. If you're headed to the beach on Thursday, you should be aware the Monmouth Beach Police Department will be doing training exercises there, so expect to see a large police presence and vehicles surrounding the municipalities. The training will run pretty much all day from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Well, it's hard to believe, but school will soon be back in session, and for incoming college freshmen, now's a good time to get some health tips before moving into the dorm. And speaking of moving, the longest residents of Bergen County Animal Shelter heading off to a new adventure. Right now, let's take a look at the closing numbers over on Wall Street. Tamer read on inflation, giving rise to hopes that we could see interest rates start to come down. The Dow closing up 484, NASDAQ and S&P both closing record closing highs.